So people like hearing about grace, and I also like hearing about it and expressing it because it's the real deal. It is what's controlling everything. It's not the mind. People try to use the mind for everything, including waking up. How can the mind or self-will wake itself up when it's part of the sleeping software? It can't do it. But then the journey, the evolutionary journey that we have to go through is to constantly realize that more and more. The more we realize that this individual sense of self can't really do anything, the more automatically, organically, there's a surrender. You see how I say automatically and organically? It's not the mind says, okay, the spiritual people say surrender because then I can awake. Okay, I'm going to surrender now. I surrendered. Like, what does that look like? The surrender happens automatically when through evolutionary law, which you can't totally control. That's why I say relax, let the journey happen as it happens, because in time, something, your higher nature realizes like it can't do anything. It can't do the awakening. It can't do it. Now, this is the thing the non-duals mess up sometimes. You allow this yearning inside to want to be the fullest, highest version of yourself, to wake up to its true nature. You allow that. That's the quintessential software right there. You want to delete that. That's natural. That's normal. That's healthy. But when the mind takes it, it becomes obsessive and compulsive, and judges, and measures, and declares. See, that's the part. You stay with this sense, this urge to wake up, and don't add anything to it. Don't let the mind hijack that urge and then add a bunch of commentary to it, because then it becomes ego. That urge is natural. You can't get rid of that anyway. Anybody that says, well, I don't even, there's nobody here to even have an urge, Whoa. I mean, can you hear when they talk? It's not, I don't know. Like, it's like, do you want to listen to that? There's something lacking. It's not balanced, That urge is natural. God put that urge in us, in the individual sense of self. That's what keeps us, that's like our inner Zen stick. That's what keeps us kind of the individual sense of self focused on some level. Not sweaty focused, like leave me alone, I'm focused on the self. It's not that. You just want to, like the individual, I said before, this is the highest relationship, when the individual self falls in love with its source. The urge it has, it just wants to keep being more in it. There's more in it. This highest relationship. If you have this relationship, then you're not gonna, well, number one, you're not gonna be so hungry for other relationships. Find a girlfriend or boyfriend or get married, and like that can still be there, but something knows like that's just not, it's not stable. Even if you find the perfect mate, what's the word that people like? Twin flame. You find that, somebody's gonna die, you see? It's not stable. This is stable. Your true self, your true source is stable. So you really want to allow that to continuously be the highest purpose and urge you have in life. It's that. And then you can enjoy the other relationships without attachment. Then if she or he leaves you, yeah, you're gonna still feel something. Don't think you can non-dual it away. There's going to be, some heartbreak or something, especially if there was true chemistry and love, and yeah, that's natural, but you don't get broken. You even kind of like it. I got involved with a girl once, and I told her the first night, I said, this is probably going to end bad for me, but I want to do it anyway. And it did, but not like I was dying. And I even told her at the end, the last time, so the first night we were together, I told her this is going to end bad for me. And then the last time we were together, I knew that was the last time that she was going to, that was it. And it was. I said, you know what? I told you it was going to end bad for me, but I'm like really glad I did it. I said, I'd do it again, actually. I said like that. She said, really? I said, I would though. I mean, not in that way, because it was like it's been a while. It was a while since I felt those you can say like that emotional detox. Oh God, like how deep can we get? I don't know. Look, I had a relationship before that where the girl felt like she got the heartbreak. I didn't mean to do it. I just wasn't, the maturity wasn't there. I knew she really loved me like too much, but she had a dependency on me. She had projections of what she thought maybe later we're gonna have kids and we're gonna have a partnership. I didn't want to do that. Like it's not my destiny to do that. So I kind of knew it, but I wasn't, the maturity level wasn't there. And so she ended up getting really hurt. So somehow, karmically, I needed to experience that. And so I found this girl I had really good chemistry with. And she, I knew she wasn't available kind of fully. I knew she wouldn't get hurt. That's what I wanted. I didn't want her to get hurt. I wanted to get hurt. Does this make sense? Somehow that was karmic retribution for the previous girl that I hurt, even though I didn't mean to. And so that's what happened. I signed up for it. And I had to be at that time I was doing more plant medicine than I should have. And so that helped also because if I wasn't doing any medicine, if I was really sober and clear and like I am now and have been now for some years, I wouldn't have got into that. So see, God worked it all out, it's amazing. Anyway, I have to accept at some point. You see, I said it like it's an action you have to do. Okay? Be open to it happening. This acceptance that's better. Be open to it happening. Don't do it as a self-will action. It doesn't work. And it'll be fake if you try to do it. Allow this happening, this realization to come that we can't do anything. That like I don't know how to wake up. Okay, so then the mind will say, well, then how are you going to wake up if you don't know how to wake up? Intuition will guide you. This is the other thing. On a certain level, there's no teacher, no guru, nobody that can take you through these advanced levels of subtlety, because it's so subtle, it's so individual, it's so personal, it's contingent upon your karma, your constitution, your archetype, so many things. There's just nobody can figure that out. They can guide you, they can kind of, they can check your intuition, they can kind of understand the state you're in and give some feedback, okay? But when it comes right down to it, we have to have this relationship with our truest self. And then via intuition, that's the faculty it uses, the software that the pure self uses to communicate through this individual sense of self, via evolutionary journey, it starts telling us, like, it's so subtle, it's even hard to give an example. Like, something inside will just be like, you're outside, you're looking at things, something may say, you know what, just keep your attention inside. Don't get caught up in the sense stimulations and things that are happening, the external stimuli so much. Just kind of keep your attention here. See, intuition's telling you that. It guides you on so many levels. Why don't you give to this, you're I don't know, eating at a restaurant, you don't normally tip, give her $2 this time, or $5. Service. It's karma yoga. It purifies the self-will, purifies the mind, so that then you get more downloads. Then intuition can work better. It breaks this self-absorption. I made a video on service. There's all these little things, you just be open. You be open to how intuition's guiding you. It's telling you, the source is using intuition to guide the individual sense of self back to the source. And there's no end to that. As long as we have an individual sense of self, there's always going to be space to check in and listen to how this inner sanction's guiding you. That's what I'm saying. There's no one in your done awakening. You would dematerialize, that would be it. You wouldn't exist anymore and you wouldn't know anything. You think that's the purpose of life? You reach enlightenment and then boom. No. You continue to have a sense of individual self. This is a very gross sense of individual self, this physical body. There's other planes. When we leave this body, there's more subtle planes. Like when you dream at night, that's a subtle plane. That's a different dimension. So, but still, on these other planes, there's still going to be some awareness of the source and the awareness that you're an individual sense of self playing in the source. That's why Papa G said to somebody who asked him, you know, sir, you seem awake. Do you still have to be vigilant? He says, to my last breath. He never takes a last breath, but he's talking to that person and they're tuned on physical level, so he's talking to them on that level. You always something, but you want to stay, like it's a joy. It's great, like you check it, oh yeah, there it is, okay, that's nice. You see, it's a gift to have this vigilance. Good. If anybody wants an individual consult at some point, if you need something to, you know, help you, my email is on the banner. If you're a guy and you having trouble preserving your sexual energy, go see Beyond the Alchemy. It's on my, I have a link on my channel homepage. You scroll down and you'll see it. That's a big deal. Can't wake up if we don't have any energy for transformation. We need energy for this alchemic process called awakening. We've got to preserve our energy. I'll see you.